talk about how when I found out that my ex was cheating on me, I all of his friends. And all like the hurt boys in the comments are like, oh my god, like you got passed around, like ha 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 ha. I passed myself around. Like I called them and I said like, hey, you trying to smush? And they said, yes ma'am. You wanna know what actually happened? because one day we're all at his house. And tell me how high, because you know rule number one of being a boss ass, never let a clown baby try to play you. But if he does play you, rule number two, best friends and make them yes men. And that's what I did.
I'm going home.
Man, you go ahead and start off on this one.
Sad. Very, very sad. You know, and clear, you know that there's a problem with how she's feeling about what she did, because she wouldn't be sharing this with another woman unless she wants validation for what she did was right, and that she quote unquote got him back. But you can never compete with a man when it comes to, if he's unfaithful, the worst thing you can do is to go out and offer up your body to other men. At that time and moment, it's time for you to either make a decision. Either you're going to try to work through it with what he's done to you and make him be accountable for it, or you're going to move on because he doesn't appreciate you and he cheated on you. It just depends on how cheating is a deal breaker. But she thinks that cheating on him with his friends is going to make him get in line for her. That's the craziest thing ever. You've just embarrassed him in front of all his friends. So you just now became everybody's. You for the street. They just turned you over for the street. So you think he's getting in line because you slept with his friends? Nah, he getting in line so him and his friends can continue to have you. That's all an act. You just became a pawn in their game. That's crazy to me.
I don't know what kind of asinine idea she thought this was, man.
Talking about boss ass bitch. Really.
In your mind, in your head, like, okay, so you went and slept with all his friends and you got him back. Now what?
Exactly.
Now what? Okay, maybe not. He might be embarrassed. He might be hurt. Maybe. But that's about it. Now you done ran your body count up with all messing around with all his friends. You put extra wear and tear on your body just for that. Of guys that you don't even want to be with. Or maybe these were some guys, I guarantee you somebody in the bunch that she probably want him to sleep with anyway. And if you're going to do this, if you're going to go to the extremes to do this, then you just did him a favor anyway.
Exactly.
You did him a favor anyway. Because just like you said, she's for the streets. I mean, literally, you for the streets to come up with some bullshit like this. But go ahead, man. Hey, go
and
ahead.
Her,
Be my guest.
Whoever that is, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Whoever that is laughing with her, she egging you on, but she gonna be the main one going to tell
gassing
everybody
her
your
up.
business.
Yeah, she gassing her up.
Yeah,
boy.
she gonna tell everybody your business because she laughing now. But you think she laughing with you? Nah, honey, she laughing at you.
Exactly. I mean, shit. That's the only way you could be laughing is at her because you a fool.
Yes.
You a straight up fool, sweetheart. I hate to sell it to you like that. I don't know no kind of other way I can package it up and deliver it to you, but man, you are a fool to think that, to sit up here and think that you a boss chick and that you getting somebody back by going to sleep with all their friends.
And if he get in line and do the things you want and still marry you and do all that after you did all that, honey, you ain't got yourself nothing anyway. Because any respectable man that care anything about himself would never allow a woman to do that to him and then call himself getting in line. Really? Really?
You just put yourself...
Clearly, you ain't had him in line, because had you had him in line, guess what, homegirl? He would have never cheated on you. He would have never been out there in them streets if you had any power. and you think sleeping with his homeboys gave you some kind of magic power over him that now he's gonna walk a thin line. He's afraid of losing you. Man, that nigga ain't afraid of, especially now. He
Exactly.
probably wish you would go.
And then on top of that, not only did you show him who you were, you show him who his boys were.
Exactly. Double whammy.
Exactly. Cause them gotta be some low ass dudes that's gonna sleep with their homeboy girl on a whiff, man. Now I know some niggas that'll do some old, backdoor shit like that, but you got to be a low down friend to go around sleeping with your homegirl, man, your homeboy friend or girl, man.
And she talking about the guys in the comment talking about you was passed around. Girl, they right. You was
Yeah,
passed around. I don't
that
care
was
if you
passed
passed
around.
yourself, if you made the connection, or if they came to you. They're correct in what they were saying. You were passed around. Whether you call and made the connections or not. You well as might have had just told your boyfriend have one big party and invite them all over and let them all pass you around because it still comes out with the same effect. Girl, you for the streets.
And be honest with you, man, she might be into this kind of shit. You remember that video we did on that woman that slept with 40 dudes for her birthday?
Yeah, but you got to think about that. That's an older woman who husband they married. He probably have some issues, So that, I mean, look how older that lady is. Man, this is a young woman who probably hopes to get married, hopes to have a family someday. What dude is going to want to deal with her after this? How can she reinvent herself to make any man respect her and want to marry her?
Not after seeing. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know
Yeah,
because
you
this
said it's
is
the
the
soft
soft. This
era.
is the soft era, and niggas, man,
You're
they'll go
right.
along with some shit like this. They will. They'll be like, man, because I hear a lot of dudes on there. Her past is her past, and really, women don't want you to be worried about their body count. So I guess this shouldn't count either.
Well, I guess it
I
did
guess
get
it
him in
shouldn't count
line.
either. That's all you hear is what you worry about the body count for, man. You could say whatever the hell you want to say. Men will always care. Well, let me stop this shit because I'm thinking my era, but there's a lot of guys out here that's I don't know,
Well,
man.
some men like the higher the body count. They say the more experience, the sexual experience. So some men like that.
Yeah,
So I
but
guess it just depends on the man. But I'm saying to deliberately go put a knife in your man back and go around and sleep with his friends. I mean, even if you, first of all, as a woman, I never approve trying to get back on a man who's cheated on you. I would not be out
no,
there
that's a
trying
waste
to
of
go.
time.
So that's a waste of your time. First of all, you could get an STD, you could get anything, you could get a baby. A lot of things could happen to you just putting yourself in that position. So that for me was a no. But if you're going to take that route, the last thing you want to do is go do it with somebody that he knows. Now, you go do it, but you take yourself out of the state where you live in and you make sure he knows you did it. Like maybe have the guy call you, text the guy and say, how you doing? Give me a call when you're in his presence. It's okay that you want to get back with him and let him know you screw somebody else, but you don't go screw his friends. If you're going to take that route, I would advise not taking that route. But if you're going to do it, don't do it with his friends.
See that just I don't know where people get off thinking that trying to get back at somebody for cheating is gonna make you feel better. It's the same way if somebody was to put, or let's just say you put your finger on a table and somebody was to hit it with a hammer. Okay, you give them the hammer and let you hit them with the hammer. That's not gonna stop your damn finger from hurting,
But
although their finger is hurting.
I think mentally and emotionally, people feel like I want you to feel the way I feel, not that it's going to make my pain any less. It's just that I need you to know what I feel like, and not realizing that person you might hit a finger with them that they ain't got no feelings in it, and it may not feel the same way. So everybody is not going to feel the same way, and I think that's why she went to such great lengths to sleep with all of his friends. Now, the issue is there. For me, it just depends on what kind of friends he got. This dude could go around and actually be getting into physical altercations with guys that he thought was their friends. Not because they slept with her, but because, man, I thought you was my homie. You know?
Yeah.
So that was very dangerous. Very dangerous.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I mean, hey, have at it. That's all I can say. Have at it. You think it's funny, you think it's cool, you think it's gonna change nothing. It ain't gonna change nothing, man. Because you think you're gonna get gratification out of making somebody else hurt. And at the end of the day, you still gotta go home. It's still gonna have those quiet moments. You still gonna have to lay your head on that pillow. You still gonna be hurt. It ain't gonna change nothing. You instead of spending that energy trying to get somebody back, you should spend that energy thinking like, "Hey, it's time for me to move on. Let me put the
Yep.
energy into moving on." Because, like, cause I'm one like this, man. I don't want to see. I ain't got time to be worried about if you got hurt. All I know is you did it to me. So now it's time for me to move my ass on down the road and try to and try to reconstruct my own life so I can have some happy days, so I can have some sunshine at the end of the tunnel. I ain't got time to be trying to get you back and do that. Cause be honest with you, I'll be blaming my own self for even being stupid enough to pick you in the first place. Cause that's my bad. I gotta take some blame on that. Cause ain't nobody put no gun to my head. So now that I made that mistake, and I will call it a mistake, then I gotta say, you know what? That's a mistake in life. Let me move on. Let me go ahead and try to make better decisions.
Well, at the end of the day, it's better if somebody, you do more justice if you walk away from somebody because you regain your dignity. You let people know that you were a stand up person that was good to somebody that abused you, and you decided to leave. He cheated on you. So he cheated on you. The best thing you could have did for him is let him go ahead on and go about his business. But now you put yourself in the same situation. Actually, you put yourself in a worse situation because you slept with multiple men that this man knows, that he calls friends. You for the street. I'm done. She's for the street.
Guys, y'all do us a favor by like, sharing, and subscribe. And go check out my book on Amazon. It's The Secret Life of a Cheating Woman. Just hit the link below, guys. And hey, don't try to get nobody back cheating, man. It ain't gonna work.